Bring on 5 grand tomorrow.
Forward. Thanks.
I'm sorry for treating you so badly. I'm sorry for lying.
I just want the money, Tommy.
Right. I'm just going to ask you, it's a straightforward murder case. One killer, one victim, not joint enterprise. If you agree to that, then John Joe's coming home with you. No doubt what's it.
Kieran Gillespie, you were accused of the murder of Thomas James Ward. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Colin McKay, you were accused of the murder of Thomas James Ward. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Anthony Wallace, you were accused of the murder of Thomas James Ward. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
John Joseph O'Shea, you were accused of the murder of Thomas James Ward. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Be seated.
I'll hear submissions. We break and respond after lunch. Who'll go first? Mr. Palgrave.
I represent John Joseph O'Shea, and I make 4 main points, Your Honour. First, 4 young men stand accused of murder. Only one of them wielded the knife, yet the prosecution will make no attempt to identify this man. It need not do so because of joint enterprise. Joint enterprise, or common purpose, a law introduced in the 18th century to stop the aristocracy from duelling, is now being used increasingly against young people from our council estates, and all too often it results in cases such as this, where a young man is asked for a lift, gives that lift, and faces life in prison for it. Secondly, I would submit, Your Honour, that for a joint enterprise murder case to proceed, all those involved in the enterprise must face trial. But in this case, Your Honour, one person does not, and that is the pizza manager, Mr. Hugo Davis. Now, it could be argued that his involvement in all of this was vital. After all, it was he who alerted one young man to the fact that another young man, his sworn enemy, would shortly be in the shop. So why does Hugo Davis escape trial, Your Honour, when those who are far less guilty face it? Surely his absence from the dock means that only one man can be held responsible for this crime, and again, it is he who wielded the knife. Thirdly, there was no joint enterprise to murder the victim. There was no planning. There was no conspiracy. Worst, Anthony Wallace went to the pizza shop to confront Alfie Flanagan, and during the course of that confrontation, a young man, Thomas Ward, an innocent bystander, was stabbed. But nobody entered the shop intent on harming Thomas Ward. His murder was just a moment of madness with no forethought and no plan. So, again, only he who was responsible for this moment of madness, he who wielded the knife, should face trial, and the innocent should go free. And fourthly, Your Honour, with specific reference to my client, John Joseph O'Shea, he will simply say that he drove the others for a pizza, and there is no evidence to disprove that. Furthermore, he didn't go into the shop with them, so he wasn't even on the scene of the crime when the crime was committed. So I submit it would be dangerous to proceed against him on such a flimsy basis. Joint enterprise might allow it, Your Honour. Natural justice should not.
Thank you. Next, Mr. Cotting.
Your Honour, I represent Anthony Wallace, a young man of excellent character. Would you like us to sit somewhere else? Yes. Our son's innocent, Mrs. Ward. Please go. We're going. I just want you to know he's telling the truth. He's innocent.
case against Colin Cave should be heard. Finally, John Joseph O'Shea. Your first